Hello, welcome back to my vlog. If you're watching, if you're new, welcome to my vlog. I appreciate it. Anyone who's watching this, you are awesome people and I really appreciate you being here. It's Sunday, I'm chilling. Erin and I are watching the second half of the Riverdale marathon. We're on to episode 16, I think, 16, 17. It's heating up, it's all going on. It's interesting because I've never really read the Archie comics. The closest I've come to sort of what anything Archie on the regular is watching Sabrina the Teenage Witch, which I liked. I did enjoy, but you know, that was his own thing. And I'm liking Riverdale. I'm enjoying it, and it's fun watching it with, well, one, watching it with a friend, but also a friend who knows the lore of the comics and everything. So yeah, that's basically my day today. Just spending all day on the sofa watching Riverdale on Netflix and chatting with my friend about it. Not a bad way to spend a Sunday. Okay, so let's preamble today, because sometimes I waffle a bit too much and there's not a lot to talk about today. Boom! Questions in a book that's really colourful and pretty. Oh, actually, I did a painting, but it's in the other room. I should have thought to show it. I'll show you tomorrow. But anyway, should we look at the question in the book? With the questions? There it is. Today we are at... Need to turn the page again. Okay. Huh. What qualities or traits do your favourite animals have that you kind of wish you had too? Slightly odd question. But, well, as discussed yesterday, my favourite animals are foxes, wagtails specifically, but most kind of birds are cool. And teeny tiny frogs that are just amazingly awesome because they're teeny tiny frogs that are still like the whole frog creature that you recognise, and it's just teeny tiny. I don't necessarily want to be teeny tiny, but amphibious abilities, I can see uses for those. Who wouldn't want to be able to swim very well through water and not die, and you know, just you know, swim and have fun and dive and have their life cycle. I think frogs have a lot of sex as well, or is that toads? I don't know, they do that. So from frogs, not necessarily the teeny tiny frogs, I don't necessarily need to be teeny tiny, but yeah, better swimming. I can swim, I'm pretty confident I can go into water and not drown. You know, control water. I don't know about like busy seawater, but okay, you've got an engine. Thank you. Well done. So yes, from the birds, like the wagtails, I don't know if I necessarily want a little waggy tail, although they are adorable. Maybe it would be, go away, you noisy person. I'm assuming you can hear that because it is loud and the windows are open. You done? You good? We good? Yeah, like I said, you know, before, my favourite, you know, fantasy creature is a phoenix. So being able to fly, I mean, I think that question's come up before. So I don't know about traits. I think I've had a similar question, like, you know, if you could be an animal, what would you be? Because, you know, being a bird, you're doing everything with your beak, occasionally with your foot, but mostly it's all with your beak. And that's a weird way to live. But yeah, being able to fly always is the cool thing. That's always the dream. What would I want from a fox? Lovely coat, you know, very shiny thing. They're nocturnal, so I guess that means they've got good night vision. So that'll be a useful trait. I can definitely see that being a good thing to have. Good hunters as well, obviously. Not that that's a trait I necessarily need, but it's good for the fox. And they got good hearing. I've got pretty good hearing myself. I haven't done the test in a while, but you know, there's like the test, like they give you the different hertz, you know, sounds, and like over a certain sound level, after a certain age, you're not really supposed to be able to hear it. I can still mostly hear the sounds that only teenagers are supposed to hear, and I'm 40. So not bad hearing. That's not bad. That's actually, that's come into handy because okay, I've got a side story now. It has come in handy when I was working at the nightclub. Have I told you I worked at a nightclub? Anyway, I used to work at a nightclub. It was a lot of fun. I used to work on the bigger bars at the back, and the way we would do it, we'd usually have, because it was one of the longer ones, we'd have 3 people. So you'd like section, you know, this section would be one person, and this section would be the next person, and that section would be someone else, and they would have fridges and, you know, the spirits that would cover those areas. And very rarely you'd need to cross over, like unless you sort of need to get more glasses or something out of the thing, but usually there'd be a floor person bar backing, so you'd sort of, they'd fill up the glasses for you. But you know, you have a quiet moment, you've got a room, you can put the glasses through yourself. So anyway, I'd be doing that, and I'd be, like I say, for the most part, you don't need to cross over necessarily, but you know, sometimes it's do, like the fridges on the ends of the areas, you sort of go in and that. That's fine, as long as they stay stocked, you're all good. And so I'd be in the fridge, reaching in to get the thing that my customers asked for, and I'd be hearing my colleague get the order from their thing, and I'd be like, as they lean over to the fridge, I'd be like, there you go, that's for your customer and this is for mine. And then we just do that. And like, this is in a nightclub where you've got the loud music, everybody's talking, and I'm picking out the conversation that my colleague was having. I've done that at the store as well, but it's less impressive in a shop where it's not as noisy. But the best one with that, I think I've told you the story before, but it's still a fun story. So here's the counter. So the counter's here. Obviously we'll do it the wrong way around. I was over here, and then the DVD, no, it was this way. So they were over the counter here. I was over here sorting out some DVDs, and the DVD, the one was actually over there. So I heard a person say, hey, do you have this like Superman title? And this, you know, my colleague is like looking up in his book, in the computer. And meanwhile, I'm over here, gone right around, found it on the shelf where I knew where it was, because that's another trait I have. I've got good memory, I know where things are. Especially if I'm the one sorting them out in the first place. And then brought it around to the customer, sort of handed it over the shoulder, said, yeah, we've got a copy and it's over, oh, it's there. And they went, wow, that was, I said, well, I heard it and I knew where it was, so I thought, you know, I'm available, I'll go fetch it for you. And yeah, so, I do have the good hearing. Good eyesight. I mean, these are good traits to have anyway. I mean, I suppose I'm looking at a picture of Lucas the spider at the moment, and I guess if spiders were my favourite creatures, and I don't hate spiders, I'm not arachnophobic, like the relative strength thing and the wall crawling, those would be cool traits to have, I guess. Again, because I said I like penguins as well. So again, that goes to the swimming thing. You know, penguins are good swimmers. I'm an okay swimmer. I can swim, but I can't, you know, underwater for long periods of time. And it's super fast. Not quite me. Not quite my skill set. But there you go. That's a good trait to have, I think. I don't know what other. I think, are foxes sprinters? I mean, I'm pretty sure they can cover great lands, but I don't know if they're, because some animals can go sort of great distances quite a bit, and others are sprinters. Like I think gazelles not necessarily marathon runners, but cheetahs are sprinters. That's why they sort of go for the back of the queue, whereas the gazelles can probably go faster for longer. And I'm pretty sure foxes, especially, can move when they need to. You know, relative to their size. I mean, if you took the average speed of a fox and scaled it up to human size, it'd be pretty fast. So yeah, the nocturnal vision, the good hearing, being fast, you know, be able to run fast, and then the swim. Because again, I think most canines and vulpines and that are pretty good swimmers anyway. But if you could combine that with the ability to swim like a frog or a penguin, and then fly like a wagtail, I think you'd have a pretty formidable creature. I think you'd be pretty badass. So yeah, there we go. That is what traits I'd like from my favourite animals. And I've lost my piece of paper again. Where'd that go? There it is. So anyway, thanks for watching. I've just left Erin hanging because I've gone out of the chat room for a second because I wanted to do this. I need to do this before it gets too late. So there we are. I'm over here on the Twitters if you want to follow me. And there's buttons and things down there that you can press if you want. That'd be really awesome. Tell me, you know, your favourite animals and what traits you'd like to have, because that's a conversation that we could have. But otherwise, yeah, thanks for watching, especially if you're here all the way to the end. You're awesome. I've been Michelle, you've been listening, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.